guys, how are you? I hope you're having a great day. My name is Barbara and welcome back to my channel. Sorry for the mess too behind me. So this is an office so you guys understand what I'm doing. So this is my office that I share with my husband too, so our office. And he has his desk behind me, right behind me, and I have mine here. So we share the space and I'm still trying to figure out where to record, but this is like easier for me because the setup is ready for you to record. I hope that you guys enjoy the content today. So today we're going to talk about how to find happiness, or how to be happy, and how to leave behind or block all those negative thoughts. I'm gonna share with you what has worked for me and some information that I hope really helps you, because sometimes it could be so overwhelming. In myself, I am someone that tends to loop a lot around negative thoughts, or what is called rumination, and it's really exhausting physically, mentally. I have found some tools that have helped me, and I also found information that I think is very valuable to understand why you do it and how to change it. So if you want to figure out how to change it, how to find happiness, how to get rid of those negative thoughts, stay here and I'll tell you how. The first thing that I needed to understand before stopping the rumination, before anything, is understanding how your brain works, which I think we really skip it. So the brain, how it works is that your brain is designed to keep you safe. How does your brain keep you safe? By recognizing threats. We're literally animals with consciousness. That's what makes us different from the rest of the animal world. We are conscious and we can repeat, adjust behavior, improve behavior, create habits, etc. That doesn't mean that our brain doesn't work like a regular animal, detecting threats, detecting certain behaviors or situations that could put us in danger, because the real goal of the brain is to keep you safe, to keep you alive. So what happens is that we believe sometimes that everything we think makes sense or is correct, when in reality sometimes the brain is just playing you tricks to keep you safe. So let's imagine a situation where maybe you fail a test at, I don't know, trying to get your license. It has happened to me. And then the second time that you try to get the license, maybe your brain is going to play you tricks that you won't be able to do it, you will fail, etc., because it's preparing you for the worst scenario or for the worst threat. So you stay safe. But this is the moment where we're different from animals, where our consciousness is our superpower, because through our consciousness we can change our reality, and we can change the way our brain is working and making all these associations before we start fighting all negativity and finding happiness. You have to understand that your brain is trying to keep you safe, and you cannot believe everything that you are thinking. You have to find power in your consciousness and tackle all the processes that your mind is trying to get you through, because not all of them are reality. They are just trying to keep you safe. Your brain is trying to keep you safe, even in some situations that are not real threats. It's just discomfort. That's what the brain has to do. To keep you away from threats means away from discomfort, away from situations that make you feel a certain way. So they just want to keep you in the comfort zone, and that means basically doing the bare minimum. Well, now we understand how our brain works, right? Now I want you to do the following. This will change everything in your life. So I want you to do this. Now that you understand that your brain is keeping track of every threat and is trying to keep you safe, I want you to write down every single threat or every single negative thought that you have. Why? Because when you write it, you can look at it as an external thing. You can look at it from a distance. For example, let's imagine that you are in a classroom and you answer a question incorrectly. So you're gonna write down that negative thought that causes you pain. I'm not smart enough, I'm not valuable enough, I am alone, I am lonely, things like that, right? And then what I want you to do is I want you to explain it back, because this is the first step to rewiring how your brain is considering the situation that you're going through or what happened to you a threat. So maybe you answer that question incorrectly. That doesn't mean that you're not smart. It's just part of the process of learning. That's just becoming smarter, braver, communicating ideas better is part of the process. But of course, because you made a mistake and it causes you maybe some friends to laugh at you or whatever, that is considered an uncomfortable situation, and your brain will pull you back from it. But what you have to do is explain it to the brain. So you went through an uncomfortable situation, You're gonna write it down. I feel lonely. Explain. Maybe I don't have people near me right now, but I know I have a strong support system and friends that love and care about me. And I'm also my best company. Boom. That's first. Then number 2, I'm lazy. I might not feel motivated at the moment, but I'm disciplined and I'm gonna achieve everything I put my mind into. So you see what I'm saying? Write down all those negative thoughts because sometimes they're so automatic, but we don't catch them and we don't look at it from a third party. You know, we don't look at them like from outside. We just like integrate them in ourselves without even question it. And we have to question it. It's the only way that you can work on your identity and feel better. So the only way to fight negativity is just look at it from the third person, look at the thought, look at the feeling. When you write it down, it's like you have the power to control it. You have the power to transform it. So write it down, explain it. And you're going to see how you start think about threats differently. Threats, right? You're going to think about emotions, thoughts differently. Not everything that is in your brain, you have to believe it. You just have to identify it and explain it. Explain it back in a way that benefits you, in a way that makes you happier and stronger. We are responsible, absolutely, for how we take the things that our brain throws at us and how we can change it and transform ourselves. So this responsibility could be a little overwhelming for a lot of people. It is not easy at the beginning. You know, you're going to write things that you're going to be like, wow, I can't believe I talk to myself like this, or I can't believe I think like this about myself. But that's okay. That's sometimes it's not you. That's not you. That's programming. That's previous things that people have said about you. That's things that maybe you heard in the media. That's things that you have identified in the past with. But they're not you. You decide what they are. Process of deciding what you are is what you're playing back. So, okay, we already understand our brain. We wrote and explained back. So the next step that I want you to do is that once you explain, that right explain, I want you to turn that into an automatic switch. So now every time that, for example, you think that you're not valuable, you're going to explain it back. For example, I know I'm worthy, I deserve happiness, I deserve joy and abundance, for example. So now that's your automatic switch. So because the feeling and the thought is not gonna come just once, coming constantly, and that's where we get in the loop, right? That's what happens to me. That's what happened a lot of people. You get in the loop of negative thought. But if you catch it early and you automate the switch, you don't even give time to your brain to like make you crazy with this loop, right? So I want you to think about, okay, I'm not valuable. Immediately switch. Once you hear it, immediately switch. Once you say yourself, I am not valuable, and you're starting to get a loop, get out of it. I don't want you to believe that. I want you to say, I am valuable, I am deserving, and I know I deserve the best. I deserve abundance. And make it automatic. Don't care about your mindset in the moment that your brain is triggering that. I want you to have control. You're responsible and you can change it. So automatic. Don't think it too much. Don't think about it too much. Just do it. So have the power and have the change in your brain. Make it work for you. Always, constantly. It's constant work. Do not give up. But if you do this, I promise you, you're going to start feeling better because you're going to start having power over your own brain and your own rewiring. So we already understand how our brain works. Then we switch already and explain. Then we figure out a way to start making automatic switches. And the fourth step, which I think is the perfect combination of achieving that control over your negative mindset and then having the life or a happier life. So how to stop the negativity and have a happier life, find a happier life. The secret is this: gratitude. Gratitude is gonna change your life. I know it might sound cliche, but the things that we take for granted sometimes is ridiculous. Like sometimes we take for granted things that are in our day-to-day that we once prayed for. We once prayed for that job. We once prayed for that partner. We once prayed for that body or that feeling of health that is so important, that is so beautiful. Health is absolutely everything, and we take it for granted that we can see, that we can feel, that we can hear, that we can, just all these wonderful things that a human body can do. So I want you to feel grateful every morning, at least 5 things that you're grateful for. And the thing is that you cannot feel grateful and suffer at the same time. maybe you're in a loop, right? In the morning, maybe you're in a loop of like negative thoughts. So what I want you to do right away is this: be grateful for 5 things in your life, but not just say it, really feel it, because you really can feel happiness. You really can feel that gratitude. It's gonna change your life. It's not, like the concept of happiness sometimes is this idea that happiness has to be like a overwhelming feeling, right? Like, oh, if I'm not feeling like the hype, the dopamine, the aggressive feeling of happiness, is not enough. But I think that's a trap also from the modern world and also like social media, right? It has to be big to be valuable. It doesn't. It can be just the gratitude of having clean water. It can be just the gratitude of being able to drink a cup of tea with your loved ones. It can be the happiness of see your mom and dad and that they're still alive with you. Is the happiness of just like being able to see the sun, to see the sky, to have a pet that you love, which I mean, I love dogs. So that's like, I see my favorite, like my dog's eyes, everything. So find those moments of gratitude. That definitely will elevate the way you feel. It will change your life. It will make you feel a different way. And I also want to tell you something. As I'm 31 years old, so I am a millennial that went through all the non-social media and then social media world, and I miss so much not having that comparison tool, because sometimes it's not really about, like the content and stuff. It's like the comparison tool. And like social media, don't get me wrong, it has improved my life tremendously, gave me opportunities I had never dreamed of. But also you have to take it cautious and understand that it's not about comparing your life with others. It's just about finding that balance and understanding that your life is precious the way it is. You don't have to be anybody else. You don't have to achieve certain things. You don't have to like have all this glamorous, crazy, stunning life. Like your life is incredible just for you existing. The way that you make others feel, the way that you make your friends laugh, the way that you show up for others, like that really defines who you are. That, and the gratitude and the feeling of happiness, or like the joy that you can have in little moments, that's gonna be your superpower in this day. That today it feels like the only way to be valuable is to be streamed. Everything has to be like so crazy wild for the dopamine resistance that I think we have built with everything. I tell you, if you enjoy from the little things, you already won in life, because you literally do. Don't take for granted absolutely anything. And I think that's the key, to be honest. So, how to find happiness and fight negative thoughts? Let's recap. So, number one, understand how your brain works. Then write and explain the thought. Understand what is the narrative in your brain and change it. Then turn that switch automatic. I just want you to make it as automatic as possible. And number four, gratitude. Gratitude will save you from suffering. And that's it for today's video, guys. I hope that you really like it. I really had this idea and I wanted to make this video with a lot of love in my heart. And I hope that it makes you feel better. I got you. I'm gonna keep making content like this. And if you have any suggestions about any topics you would like me to talk about, please write it down. I'll be happy to read any suggestions. And well, I'm gonna keep working on this YouTube channel. And thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this gives you value somehow. Have a beautiful day. Have a wonderful day. I send you a virtual hug and a lot of love. And take care and have a wonderful rest of your day.